what it means to be a father. I call it the triple P's. That's to provide, protect, and prepare. Providing food, clothing, and shelter, the essentials. I mean, for a man, that's the bare minimum that you should do. That's, to me, is the easy part. It gets a little deeper when we start talking about also providing a space of love and a place where our children can really grow into the divine beings that they are meant to be. Protect them from harm. And as a man, that is our duty. That is our responsibility to protect our children from harm. We also have to protect them from ourselves as parents. Yeah. The toxic parts of us, the negative parts of us, we show them a better way.
The biggest lesson that you've taught me, and it meant a lot to me this year specifically, because I feel like this year I really applied it, and that would be protecting my peace. So that one stood out to me a lot this year just because of, I feel like when you say things to me or us when we're growing up and we're younger, that like, we're just like, oh, okay, yeah, dad's telling us things that, he wants us to use and apply. And then when it finally like comes a time where we can use it, that's when it hits us the most. So this year, protecting my peace, setting boundaries, and me realizing that like, I can't change other people's feelings, how they feel about me or how they feel about certain situations, how they'll react to certain situations. But the only thing I can do is just make sure that I'm good, protecting like, my mind, my body, my soul.
The most important lesson has been, I remember growing up, dad would always be like, you want to make sure that your job kind of applies to your community, and whatever you're doing, you want to make sure that you're also helping like your community. And so I feel like that lesson came back to me while living like in Philly and just seeing like the state that our people are in. And it was hard. Like, it's hard. Like, it's hard to see like people just on the street and kids like just not really having a place to go, and wanting to make sure that when I have my profession, which most likely is going to be in speech pathology, to make sure that I'm like helping, our community and our people, and making sure to put them first, because that's who really needs it right now.
The most important lesson that my dad taught me was to always keep a planner. And it doesn't sound like a big thing, but it was big for me because as I was like in high school and like middle school, I didn't really write things down, and I often like forgot things, and it led to me getting in trouble and things like that. So once I got in college, like I had more responsibilities. Basically, I needed a planner, and it was just easier for me to remember everything I had to do.
Indeed. So if we don't have a plan, then we will fall prey to anything that comes our way. We will allow ourselves to be distracted. So the beautiful thing about having a plan and having a planner is because your choices and decisions are made in advance. The other thing too, that it ensures that whatever goals you have, that you are on track.